This is Party of Three on WARC 90.3 FM in Meadville, and we just left off with Theron, Lilith, and Breathersworth. Kittlesworth is a breather, on top of a hill. And at the very top of the hill, they found two buildings in front of them, and a small, like, kind of, it's looking more foresty, and there's a river to their right and a pond to their left.
He said Party of Three, but it feels a lot like Party of Two.
At least today.
And Herrig is still behind, presumably trying to look for Theron and Lilith and Breathersworth.
You know, the worst part is he won't believe us when we tell him that we took down a gigantic breather. He'll be like, "What were you doing?"
That's a good... Yeah. How did you do that?
I tried.
Can't do that.
What were you doing, you little hooligans running around thinking you could take out some big scary beastie?
Yeah, you didn't manage to take out the beastie.
Oh, if I had me a drink, I'd have one of you. Yes, I would. I'd be giving you hell for it.
Oh, don't make me laugh. I hurt. Oh.
He'll find us eventually, I'm sure.
He could heal me up good.
I don't think he can heal other people. I think he can heal himself.
Oh yeah, I forgot that monkey business is simply him alone. Real helpful.
Yeah.
Huh.
My drunk monkey's uncle.
Really though.
Kittlesworth is just sort of like standing there with it like facing you, and then he just turns around and he starts moving towards the town.
I follow Kittlesworth. I assume I'm still holding you. So.
Yeah, I'm not down yet.
Yeah.
He's moving into the town, but then he stops and he turns around. And he, like, motions his cloak, like, he, like, moves towards you and then back away.
Is there something wrong?
The cloak lifts up a little bit, signifying yes.
Do you need us to do something before we go in?
Cloak lifts up. Again, to say yes, and then it moves forward and then back away.
Get in and get out?
Cloak goes down, almost frustrated.
Sorry. This is hard.
Want me to stay?
Cloak goes up.
Okay.
Says yes.
Okay, so you want me to go in there alone?
Cloak moves down.
Well,
no.
Alone and with you.
Down again, no. And then it goes forward and then back away.
I'm at a loss.
Maybe go later?
Cloak goes up.
Oh, okay. Maybe after you can walk again.
I would appreciate rest.
The cloak goes forward and then back away.
I'm sorry,
Cloak
Kittles.
goes forward and then it stops and then it goes down and then it goes up and back away.
Okay, so into town, no. Away, yes.
Cloak goes down.
Put me in town.
Down. No. It's frustrated.
I'm sorry, Kittlesworth.
Charades was never a thing we could do. That's Gramps' key.
Was that a bad joke? A key joke?
Oh, no.
That was a bad joke.
I didn't even realize. Oh, man.
Breathersworth turns back around and starts heading into the city. Or into the town.
I begin walking forward.
It stops, turns around, and then Cloak goes down.
Wait a minute. Do you just want us to wait here?
Cloak goes up.
Oh.
With emphasis.
Okay.
Why don't you just say... I'm just kidding, Kittlesworth.
All right, we'll wait here.
Okay, so you wait there, and then you see Breathersworth disappear into the town.
That was terrible.
We don't talk about this to Gramps.
Yeah.
Well,
No. We tell him about it, and then tell him all the bad things, but then tell him how we overcame all of them because we're just better than him, and we don't need him.
Well, let's just tell him the good things that happened.
Like,
you know,
like we killed a giant thing.
The chain breather.
We found a town that has no one in it.
Yeah. And now...
You used an explosion.
Yeah, which didn't work very well.
Yeah, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And then there was that time where we were running really fast. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, in the heat of battle, you forget when you're doing other things because, you get knocked unconscious.
Or almost die.
Yeah. Or break your leg.
Yeah, or burn your arm.
Or there's many things that we did.
After a little bit of time, Kittlesworth comes back, and his cloak goes up, and then back down.
Is that an okay?
And then it goes up again, saying yes.
Like an all clear?
Saying, yeah, he says
okay.
yes.
So I think he was just scouting out for us. We should check it out.
Okay.
Are we looking for something in here? Like an item?
He says no.
Is this just a safe place?
He goes back into the village without making any kind of motion.
I begin following him.
So you're at a decent pace, just a nice walk, regular walk, and you make it into the town, past the 2 buildings that you were behind before. You go sort of like in between them onto a gravel walkway, and you come to a T intersection as you're moving down towards the left-hand building that you squeezed in between of the 2. So one of them was bigger, one of them was smaller. The one on the right was kind of smaller and was still kind of big. The one on the left was very large and is like big rectangular building.
Okay.
With multiple roofs. And so you move past those and you start walking down this gravel pathway in front of the very large, the rectangular, multiple roofed building. And this awful stench hits your nose. Just really bad rotten fruit and eggs and just the worst smelling thing you've ever smelled.
Someone forgot garbage day.
Yeah. Ew.
Ugh. Where are we going, Kittlesworth?
And while you're walking past this building, out of the front on the left-hand side there's a horse's head that is just on the ground and it's sticking out from the wall.
Like the whole head barely decomposing, or like a skeleton head?
It's in advanced decomposition.
Ew.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. Why are we here?
Kittlesworth just keeps moving.
Okay. I hold my breath. That's gross.
You walk past it and you see where the head was sticking out. You walk past and you can see into a stable where there's just dead horses all over the place.
That's weird.
Yeah, this is disgusting.
And you keep walking down the gravel pathway, and on your right-hand side, in a bush, you see a decomposing person.
Oh.
It's like a war scene, almost.
Do they look like they just died, or like it's been a while?
It's been a while.
Okay. Do they look like they're in armor, or just like a civilian-type person?
Civilian.
Okay.
Do you think the breathers got here first?
I don't know where we are, so I really couldn't make that hunch, but most of the breathers that I've seen haven't... Do they look like they're wounded? Like they were wounded, or they just died? Like everyone just died?
They look like they just died.
That's really weird.
That is weird.
Kittlesworth suddenly turns around, and he's going the opposite direction.
I guess... should we follow you?
The cloak goes up.
Okay, I guess we're following him still.
And so you pass the stable again, and then you take a left-hand turn on this gravel pathway to a... you see this another very large building. It looks like a marketplace. And there's just a pile of bodies. Not a pile, but they're strewn about the ground. And there's rotting fruit and vegetables and other things at the market. The smell is just overwhelming.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah. Why are we here? To see this?
And you can hear crows as well. Kittlesworth doesn't do anything. He continues forward across a bridge, away from that market.
Ugh, anything to get away. Come on, let's keep going. Ugh. Ugh.
And across the bridge you go into the pathway, and on your left and right hand side you can see houses. They look like houses. so reasonably sized, single floor. And you come to another T intersection, and he takes a left. There's kind of a large house at the T intersection, but now it's just all lined by houses, and there's trees scattered here and there. The smell's a little less overcoming.
While we're walking around, just to make sure that there's nothing weird going on, because this is kind of weird, I'm gonna make a perception check to see if there's anything off, other than the fact that everyone's dead.
Sure.
That's a 10.
10 on perception check. You look into one of the windows of the houses, and you see a breather sitting in a rocking chair.
Ew.
You also see the clouds. There's clouds above you. They're dark.
Like direct, like right above me, or like
No.
in the sky?
No, in the sky.
Okay. All right. Just making sure something weird wasn't happening.
Yeah, that would be pretty weird.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make note of that. Follow Killsworth, and as we're walking down that left alleyway, I'm gonna tell you what I just saw.
Wow, that's sort of sad.
Do you think maybe this is a place where they go when they don't want to kill people?
I don't know. I really don't. I guess we'll find out.
Okay. Keep going.
Eventually, you reach the end of the gravel pathway, where there's a house, a small house. It looks kind of like almost like a gatekeeper house. And there's a gate off to the left of it, and you can enter that gate. But past it, you see tombstones.
Why are we here?
Kittlesworth bumps into the gate.
Open the gate.
The cloak moves up, saying
Okay.
yes.
I open the gate.
It's locked.
How high is it?
How high is the gate?
Yes. Can I jump over it?
It doesn't look jumpable.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Yeah, just put me down.
Yeah, I put you down. I look around, make sure there's no one mortal and or not a creature around.
You don't see anything in your direct sight.
I'm gonna grab the lock, or I assume whatever's holding it shut, and cast knock.
You cast it, and it works. And the gate opens.
I pick you back up. Start walking in.
Okay. You start walking in, and Kittlesworth leads you to two gravestones. Or tombstones.
Are they marked?
Yes. There's one large one and one smaller one. The large one says Catherine. And it actually says...
Wasn't that the name of his daughter?
I don't remember.
The smaller one says Delilah.
I think that's the name of his daughter. I'm not sure. I guess we could ask him. I think the first thing to do would be to make sure that there's no one else around here. I'm gonna look around for a little bit.
It's so weird. Like, I don't know. It's weird to think all these people just died.
I don't know if I'm wondering if they were cleared out or if they just died. Like what? I mean, the only things that could have caused this were some sort of massive
Magic.
something of that nature, or I mean, there's bodies everywhere. If it was some sort of like animal or something, it would have been for food, and they wouldn't have left all these scraps, right? They wouldn't have killed that many things.
Yeah. Obviously, these two people are significant. We should, I guess, ask Kittlesworth.
Kittlesworth. Wasn't Catherine the name of one of your daughters?
The cloak goes down very slowly. You can see on the gravestone there's some moss that seems to be covering something up.
I'll scrape it aside.
It's on both tombstones, there's moss, but you scrape both of them off, and underneath Catherine it says, Mother of Delilah, wife of Jason Kittlesworth. And under Delilah's it says, daughter to Catherine and Jason Kittlesworth.
Oh.
Kittlesworth moves in between them, positions themselves in between the two gravestones, and then sort of slumps down there.
Are they not part of the group of those who have gone to Nis?
He picks himself back up and then moves the cloak down to say no.
So, not everyone that dies goes to Nis?
The cloak again moves down.
Huh.
That's really weird.
So then, Do you know why you did?
It goes up. Yes, he does.
I wish I don't know how we can help other than try and stop the rest of them. I don't know what good it'll do.
He picks himself up, and he makes his way out of the graveyard. So back to the same gate. The graveyard only has one entrance, and he moves past the gate. Do you want to follow him?
Sure.
He goes all the way along the gravel pathway, past houses on the left and the right, and trees here and there, and past the T intersection that you came in on. And he moves all the way down to the left, and so he goes all the way. You can see the end of the gravel pathway, and there's a large house there, but there's a smaller one off to the left, and he moves up to that one.
The smaller one?
Yeah, and
Okay.
the door is open, and he goes in.
All right, I carry you into the front door.
When you enter, you see Kittlesworth, as well as another breather, about 5'10", and the same breather that you saw before when you first entered Nis, a small one with a floating dagger at its side.
Ah.
The family of Kittlesworth.
I don't... He said that they weren't breathers, though.
You recall your question was, does everyone who are breathers, or everyone who dies, go to Nis?
Oh.
To which the answer was no, not everyone goes to Nis. But
Again, I then ask him again, is everyone that dies become a breather?
the cloak goes up a little bit. It doesn't seem like he's sure, but he thinks so.
Okay. Then this is your family?
The cloak goes up, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So, at least you're all together, right?
It goes up again.
Do you know what happened to all those people?
It goes up.
Was it breathers?
Yes.
Was it you?
No.
Okay. Kittlesworth, just some more questions. Have you ever, like this, ever killed anyone?
The cloak hesitates. But slowly it goes up.
I trust you did it for the right reasons.
It goes down again.
Did they force you to do it?
The small one with the dagger leaves the room. And the cloak on Kittlesworth goes down again. Says no.
Huh. I wonder what changed. What made him not want to kill people?
They can't force you guys to do anything at all, can they?
No.
Do you
Puzzling.
know? Is there any reason? Anything? Something that clicked in your head? Maybe something that set you off?
No.
Were you aware of what you were doing?
No.
You don't remember?
The cloak doesn't do anything.
Huh.
It seems kind of confused at the question.
You don't remember when you killed them? Or why, maybe? Just, do you not have a recollection of any of it?
It says yes. It does have a recollection.
Okay. Do you know of anything we can do to help?
No.
Back at square one.
Yep. Well, I assume, Catherine, it's a pleasure to meet you.
The cloak kind of twirls a little bit. The one that you were speaking to.
Yeah.
It definitely looks a little more slender. I mean, compared to Kittlesworth breeder, which is you can
Massive.
see muscles under the cloak.
Okay. There's
You can't write at all, can you? Or can you write?
It says no.
Okay.
Can you affect anything physically?
It says yes.
How so? Well, can you show us?
It flutters up a little bit, yes, and it moves to a table that has some stuff on it. There's like a mug on a table, and he the head leans over and then pushes it off the table.
Okay. Can you two understand each other?
It doesn't. They don't really do anything. They're confused.
If you, Kittlesworth, try and speak to her, can she understand you?
No.
So it all sounds like shrieking.
Yes.
Okay, so they can't talk at all. That's weird. Maybe why even why if you're trying to use hundreds and thousands of just I have no offense, disposable soldiers to take over the rest of the. Why wouldn't they be able to talk? Is that, did they choose to do that? Is it just, there's too many questions.
I can't really remember. Kittlesworth, do you know what the breathers want to reclaim?
Yes.
Can you, I'm assuming the mug shattered.
Yeah.
Can you move the pieces to spell out what it is they want?
He goes over to do so, and he's taking some time.
Take all the time you need, Kittlesworth.
Just so we have a name.
He's clinking the glass pieces around to spell something out, and it's tough, but eventually he does make out a message. Can you quickly remind me, as the DM, what was the question that you asked again?
What
Make sure I don't
do
get
they
struck.
want? What are they trying to do? Get? Is there someone in charge, etc.? Who's leading it, and what are they?
I think the
What are they
question
after?
was, what do they want to reclaim?
Yeah.
Specifically.
Okay. So they're shuffling around, and he aligns some glass pieces, and then he moves to the side, and you can read vaguely what says life.